Manchester United have appointed Ruben Amorim as their new coach, but who does the Portuguese need to sign to make his tactics work? Most managers can make tweaks to their style and formation, but Amorim likes his system more than most. According to Transfermarkt, the 39-year-old has used a back four in just 3 of his 245 matches in charge of Sporting. He almost always runs out a 3-4-3 lineup, and he's won a couple of Portuguese titles on the way, but that leaves United struggling in 3 key spots. The first one is right centre-back. So you've got Martinez, you've got Luke Shaw for the left centre-back slot. Dalot or Maguire would probably feel more comfortable at central centre-back. And Lenny Yoro, you would hope, eventually becomes the right centre-back, but he's super, super young. He's 9 days older than the Xbox 360. He's still injured, and this is a real bet. So it could take a while to bet in. You might want to try De Ligt there if Maguire's in the middle, but you're sending a lot of traffic towards a guy who's in the bottom third of centre-backs for tackles attempted. He's not a very active front foot defender. That means Amorim could use De Ligt out in that zone if Maguire's in the middle, but De Ligt is not a super active centre-back. He's in the bottom third of defenders for tackles attempted per 90 minutes. So you're sending a lot of traffic towards him. He might not be comfortable. Mazraoui could maybe go there. Not great in the air. He's better going forward, but he does have the passing, and he'd presumably be comfortable bringing the ball out of defence, so that could work too. But if he's really bad, or if Yoro's really bad, or if Yoro's injury takes a little bit longer to recover from, then United could be seriously stuck in this position. So we would expect them to maybe look for some options here in the January window. Somebody quick, who can defend in the wide areas, and who's comfortable bringing the ball out of the back. Then we come to the wing-backs. This is a real area of need. At left wing-back, United have got absolutely nothing. Shaw's injured. Malacia's injured. They've been using Diogo Dalot as a fullback on that side. I'm not sure that's going to work under Amorim. He needs a lot of crosses from that zone. That is the way that his team creates primarily. And if Dalot's having to do that on his wrong foot, I'm not convinced that's going to be hugely effective. It could make them super, super narrow. Amorim's Sporting put in more crosses per game than Dyche's Everton last season and completed more crosses than any Premier League club bar Brentford. So this is a super important role for them. I'm not sure they can just put a right footer there and hope that it works out. Amad Diallo, maybe they could try him. Attack-wise, he doesn't have the shot output you would hope for. He's not super creative, but he's athletic and he's left-footed and he's young and he's moldable. His defensive output is really solid, both in defensive actions and in tackle success. So maybe they try him. There are rumors about them trying Antony. Maybe they can get some value out of him that way, but probably the best value out of him is getting him out the door. They could bring back Álvaro Fernandes Carreras, who they sold to Benfica in the summer, but he's 21. He's got 1,600 minutes in top flight football. It's not a slam dunk, and even 16 mil for United could be quite a lot of money, given that they've had to pay Ten Hag and pay Amorim. So this is an area where we'd expect there to be quite a bit of chatter. Right wing back, Dalot, straight away, feels like he will take this position. But again, he's not a super creative presence, even on his preferred foot. He's dead average for expected goals assisted. I'm not convinced that he can lock down that whole flank, that he's got the athleticism to get up and down. And that could leave the right centre-back extremely exposed. So maybe in this position, they could consider somebody else. There's Bayer Leverkusen's Jeremy Frimpong, who's always linked with a move away. He's not amazing defensively, and he's actually not a huge crosser, but he got 15 goals last season in the Bundesliga, 16 goals and assists the season before. He gets into the box a ton, creates a ton of chances. He might be worth breaking the mold for here. They could also try someone like Raul Bellanova of Atalanta. He plays for one of the few teams in Europe who actually uses a somewhat similar system to Amorim's. They use a 3-back, and he plays as a right wing-back. He's 24. He's 6'1". He's quick. He's a good ball carrier. He slings in a bunch of crosses. He might be an interesting candidate if United can scrape enough change together down the back of the seats at Old Trafford. So that's where we expect Amorim and Dan Ashworth to concentrate their work in the coming transfer windows. But let us know where you think United need to strengthen in the comments below. And make sure you like and subscribe to the Transfer Flow for more news and analysis.